Hello, Contrarians listeners, watchers, subscribers. Here we are with another Contrarians post credits. This one is for the movie 44-inch Chest. As we continue our accidental, not planned exploration of the male psyche. We talked about John Wayne and the Searchers in the previous episode, and now we're talking about Ray Winstone and the potential voices in his head, or maybe they're his real friends. And I don't know.
It's open to interpretation, man.
Let us know. We discuss what we think might be happening, or the many different things that could be happening in 44-inch Chest in the main episode. But here, for this post-credits, just going to give you some more Rotten Tomatoes quotes, more trivia.
It's very misleading poster of getting...
Dude, wait till we get to the trailer.
Because brother, yeah.
The trailer, and of course the Josh Gad Minute.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it, Alex. This one is rotten, 40% rotten. So let's have some rotten quotes from the Rotten Tomatoes website. First, the critics' consensus, it says, an actor's movie with a strong cast, 44-inch Chest can't quite redeem its static plotting and tonal shifts. An actor's movie, Alex. Actors, acting.
Yeah, I mean, getting to the immediate fat of the matter, it's a movie that was written for the stage, and so it necessitates that the actors involved are very good at their delivery and very emotive.
They can't hide behind action scenes.
Winstone, yeah, Ray Winstone just talks endlessly in this movie,
which is good because when in the rare occasions when he takes action, it's horrifying. So I'm okay with him just talking. Just tell me how you feel. All right, we're going to start with Michael Phillips from At the Movies, who says, I just felt like it was not going anywhere after a while, and I did feel like I was trapped in a play that wasn't really working for me. Have you had that experience, Alex? We specialize in movies, so we have that easy out. We're like, fuck it. We stop. We walk away. We might come back. We might decide that we're not coming back to the movie. But when you're in a play, that's a bigger deal. You can't just get up and leave. I mean, you can, but...
someone asks you to go to an amateur improv comedy night.
You just die inside.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't make eye contact with anyone on stage.
Sir, give me a word.
Metalocalypse. That's one of my favorite. I've never had the gumption to do it in real life, but Pickles is trying to do an improv set, and he's like, someone give me a location. And someone in the crowd goes, another comedy club.
I've been to a couple. I know I've told you this story. I know I've told it on the show, but we had a friend that did stand up, and so he was in this sort of competition, and so he invited us to the finals or whatever. It was 20 stand-up comedians doing like 5-minute sets, and it was a wide range of quality, and you were seeing them back to back to back to back, and the MC was like an actual comedian, so that made it look worse whenever they were no good. And my friend did okay, especially considering how badly some of them did. Like there was one guy in particular, I remember, he bombed so hard that it was, I mean, what I just said, like I was dying inside for him. It was like, please just, he doesn't have to make it to 5 minutes. Can we just end it now? And yeah, you couldn't just get up and leave. That would be rude. So, but I've gone to my fair share of plays, and my wife, famously, she didn't come back to Cats after the intermission. She texted me and she's like, I'm just going to read in the lobby. You can finish the show. Have you ever like just left anything that was not a movie?
No, I mean, like, live music performances, but nothing of like high repute.
Yeah, I mean, the band doesn't notice that you're leaving unless there's only like 5 people in the audience.
I've left wrestling shows, like, early. There was one in Chicago, the first Forbidden Door show. The main event was Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi, and I was like, I'm going to beat the traffic on this one. All due respect to Ace.
Sometimes it's just not clicking.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't click for Michael Phillips. Next, this one, the second one, Alex. Kurt Loder from MTV.
Hell yeah.
He says, as a consensus said, he says, it's an actor's film, as they say, which is not the same thing as an audience film.
Accurate.
It's a fair point, Kurt Loder. How often, I know he's come up on quotes before, so he had a side gig reviewing movies.
God, he was the man.
Well, he didn't care for 44
He was
inch
like
chest.
my fucking, Walter Cronkite or Ted Koppel. Like, I remember fucking Kurt Loder like breaking the news about Princess Diana dying, and he was famously the guy that broke the news about Kurt Cobain killing himself. And was it him that broke the news about Joey Ramone dying? But yeah, I specifically like in '97 with Big E and then Princess Diana. I remember him, the MTV news, breaking news. Yeah,
The voice of a generation.
Mm-hmm.
He broke the news that 44 inch chest sucked.
Yeah, he said boring. Yeah.
Oh god, I mean, I know it's a generalization, it's a stereotype, but yeah, the stereotype of the MTV generation wouldn't have the patience for 44 inch chest, because it's like just five old dudes talking.
What are we supposed to do with this?
Yeah. Anyway, is there more to the movie? Well, the trailer would make you believe that. So let's do some trailer chatter, Alex.
I was laughing out loud at like this trailer just because we joke about the poster and we talk about in the episode that the marketing wanted to make it look like some Guy Ritchie type shit. And that's what the fucking trailer does. It makes it look like, what it makes it look like is that Ray Winstone finds out that his wife's having an affair. Him and his crew of, boys, the crime scene there,
Yeah.
kidnap this dude. And then it goes awry, and we don't know what happens after that. Which is, if you've seen the movie, not what happens. And even so, that like near the end of the trailer, he's like, I don't know what to do. And then there's like that shot of Ray Winstone running, like, as like this stylish music's playing in the background. And then like Ian McShane being like, oh, and then, everything comes to a head, and then it's John Hurt just going, like laughing. And it's, I mean, it's a well-made trailer, but it's like the Brothers trailer. You watch that and you watch the movie, and you're like, I feel there was a disconnect in something here.
I feel tricked. This is not.
Oh, okay. No, a better example is with Jake Gyllenhaal, Love and Other Drugs, like the trailer for that. Yeah, and then you watch the movie and I feel I've been bamboozled here. And if you watch the trailer for this, you think you're going to go in for a Guy Ritchie style British action comedy, crime mix 'em up type thing.
Not.
We weren't doing these back when we watched London, but I would be interested to watch the London trailer to see if that's how it presents it. Like, that shit goes down in that movie. Because that's another, not to compare London to 44 inch chest, but a very dialogue heavy movie. London could easily be adapted to the stage.
You probably remember. I never can. What's the name of the writer director of London?
Oh, I don't.
There was a time when
I'm going to know it now when I pull it up. Yeah. It is Hunter Richards.
Yes.
Yes. God, his fucking picture on Google. Just, yeah. This dude, man.
I'm surprised that he hasn't, or maybe he has, and we just didn't. It was not disclosed at the time. But the idea that he could have revived London as a play off Broadway.
Yeah, I mean, I've been down. Can you imagine like fucking Jessica Biel doing dramatic stage work?
Well, actually, I saw when I was pulling up screenshots, images for the 44 inch page. Like, it was a poster, and I was like, that's not the poster for the movie, but it looked a little bit like it, and it was a poster from the a stage production, that came later. So yeah, you could have, he didn't have to have Chris Evans and Jessica Biel in the off-Broadway production. It could be just some guys that look like them.
Yeah.
Isla Fisher would still go though, because she's an artiste.
Yeah. Anyway, very misleading trailer. A good trailer. And the movie's not bad, but they just don't.
They don't belong together.
No.
I like the thing that it says though, where it goes, Colin has friends. There's some action. Who put enemies, more action, in their place.
Which again, kind of, but I don't know.
Not really. There's the shot of Tom Wilkinson. Eat your snails. Anyway, that was the trailer for 44-inch chess. Before we move to trivia, let's do the Josh Gad Minute.
I mean, our options are pretty limited here. I mean, common logic would probably direct you to cast him as Meredith, but I really like Ian McShane in this movie. And then really any of the other guys, I don't see him being able to pull it off. So like we'd have to like entertain the idea of him being the lover.
Okay.
Kidnapped.
I can entertain it. I can.
Yeah, well, because he doesn't even have any lines in the movie. He just kind of like murmurs and coughs and pants at certain parts, but man, Gad probably could pull off that Meredith character. Well, I don't know if I buy Josh Gad is like a really good gambler, having a really good poker face.
What if he's the naked guy in McShane's couch at the beginning of the movie?
Brother, that would change the whole thing, because it's like it's long enough to where you'd be able to be like, that's Josh Gad, and then you would be spending the rest of the movie like being like, why was Josh Gad naked at the beginning of this? Oh, he's gay. I get it. I mean, let's be honest. I think there's less than 10 people in this movie that have a credit, so it's not like our options are plentiful.
If you went the easy out, honestly, all kidding aside, there's the guy
Stephen Delaney. Maybe he could be Mal.
Yeah, but the wait, is that the guy with the dog?
No.
Stephen Delaney. Yeah, no, that's King Stannis from Game of Thrones. No, the guy with the dog that talks to Tom Wilkinson at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Remember? It's just like the one scene, and he's kind of quirky. And and he can still have something with Ian McShane, because then later Tom Wilkinson goes and tells Ian McShane, hey, I was talking to that guy. And
that's right.
They have a conversation that implies there was a past relationship. So, if you want to let Josh Gad off the hook, it's just like a cameo. But if you want him to really put in the work, then he has to be one of the 5. And I would take Ian McShane out and put the Gad in there, and I can buy him as a gambler. He's an actor.
I guess we just have to see.
Yeah. Anyway. That's the Josh Gad Minute. Let us know if you would buy Josh Gad with a British accent, or if you would have to just pretend that he's an American that's part of this gang. Let's close with trivia. Alex, what do you have?
Premiered at the London Film Festival October 19th of 2009. Was released on January 15th of 2010. Considerable amount of time after it filmed. It filmed in the summer of 2008. And then box office of less than 250,000. I don't know what that's counting. I don't know if that's just domestic in the UK or whatnot. But I mean, this was not a movie to make, not meant to make, Dark Knight, Titanic money. We talk about it in the episode, and we've mentioned it several times already. It was originally a play that was then adapted into a screenplay, then was again it was actually taken to the stage. It was adapted back for the stage and taken there. 41% on Rotten Tomatoes, as we mentioned. A pretty just split down the middle reaction, it seems, from all accounts. As far as actual trivia goes, and looking over our friends at the Internet Movie Database, which, by the way, it's John Cena's last match on Saturday, and someone reached out to me today and said, what are good John Cena trivia questions that are like really niche? And I said, well, his first acting credit on IMDb is he's an extra in Ready to Rumble. But almost everyone, if you ask them, will say his first movie was The Marine. So it was like, that's a good one to get you with somebody. So
this one to piss people off.
Yeah. Like, no, he's not. I know the scene where you can see him in the background. So I've spent some time on IMDb today. The trivia for this is minimal. It's a lot of like the IMDb stuff of this actor and this, like Ray Winstone and Sir John Hurt, appeared in The Proposition and Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So it's just stuff like that. But I did find here the important stuff. Someone actually did God's work here. Fuck is said 162 times in this movie. And, we're on YouTube here, so I'll be a little more sensitive. See you next Tuesday is said 48 times in this movie.
Only 48?
But brother, that still might be more than I've said that word my entire life. So,
I mean, it feels like they say it on every sentence.
Released on DVD in Region 2 in May of 2010. May 10th of 2010. I think that's the day I graduated college. It's either the 10th or the 15th of May in 2010. And then purchased for American distribution months before the film's festival premiere, and then it was released on Region 1 DVD. It came out on DVD in America before it came out in the UK. So there's some physical media collector over there that's just like, bollocks! Like, really fucking pissed about it. The producer on the film, Steve Golan, had his name attached to Babel and Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. Kind of surprised we didn't see that in the trailer. Saying from the producer of
They just call out the writers, right?
The writers, yeah.
Sexy Beast.
Yes, the writers being Louis Mellis and David Cinto. That had me thinking, though, about the producer thing is way more recent. It was always starring actor, directed by, if they had like it. But producer, that has become more of like a modern thing.
Now that we know everybody. Everybody has social media. So everybody's putting their name out there. I think back in the day, no. They would just tell
even
you
Writer took a while to come around. I remember I don't even remember the name of the movie. What was that fucking like possession movie that was written by David S. Goyer that Gary Oldman was in?
The Unwanted? No, it's not the Uninvited. No,
whatever it was.
The Unborn.
I remember, okay, whatever it was. The main thing I remember was like almost the entirety of the marketing campaign was from the writer of The Dark Knight.
That's all we got. And you have Gary Oldman
starring Lieutenant Gordon. Yeah, so not too much in the way of this. The type of thing I would want from this, though, isn't like, I don't know, Ray Winstone demanded fresh egg salad sandwiches every morning or something. I'm just curious, like, what the in-between takes were like when you have this many seasoned actors and stuff like that, like what they talk about on set, what they joke about, if some of them are like more like they're more in the moment as character and, can't really bullshit and who can and whatnot. I don't know if this would be one of those, Apatow movies where people just talk about how fun it was to make, but I'd be curious if there's any sort of like behind the scenes actually shot about this when you have actors, as we've been saying here, making a movie like this. That part to me is more fascinating than, if the writer got yelled at or something.
Would the release of a 44-inch chess linorama, would that break the spell? Would that ruin it for you? Or would you be like, no, that's cool?
Well, depends. The thing with those linoramas was they were initially really funny. Like the 40-year-old virgin one was really funny, but it was also like 3 minutes. And then, by the time we get to Lord and Miller 22 Jump Street, the linoramas
it's the movie.
It's a separate, yeah, damn it. I was going to say it's a separate disc. It's a different release of the film, but yeah. Anyway, an interesting film. If you do not fuck with solely dialogue-based cinema, then you might want to look for something else. But Fuller and I enjoyed it enough.
Yeah, it's a little rough too. So it's not the romp that the trailer would have you believe.
It's some pretty intense domestic violence. I guess there
yes.
should be a warning for that.
And these are not like nice people, and there's not even it's not like this is their story of redemption or anything. It's just kind of nasty people dealing with their feelings, and then they keep going. So, but still an interesting watch. I would be curious if you are one of those fortunate souls that caught the stage production of 44-inch chest. I want a review. I want a testimonial, especially if you've seen the movie. Had you seen the movie and then you saw the play and you were like, "Nah," or did you go in cold and then you seek the movie and you're like, "This is not as good as on stage." I don't know, but that has to be one of those very specific experiences, because I don't think the 44-inch chest is like touring the world. Like there's a touring production.
At your performance, did Ray Winstone heckle the actors?
Boo. What is his line in The Departed? What are you on your period?
Yeah. You call that an overture?
Anyway, that was 44-inch chest. Yeah, watch it if you can handle it. Coming up next, we close the year 2025 with a comedy, but it's also somewhat male-centric. I mean, there's a very strong female character, but I think it does its fair share of exposing...
I think it's a fair payoff to this inadvertent thing we found ourselves in, because it shows that women are smarter than men, as she pretty much plays both of them the entire movie.
Yes. We're talking about Official Competition. It is a Spanish language movie. What did you figure out, Alex? It's from Argentina, but shot in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's on Netflix right now, so if you're in the States, you can just catch it on Netflix. It's Antonio
Banderas and Oscar Martinez.
Oscar Martinez, not Kevin Kline, as the poster would lead you to believe. But that is a comedy. It's also very dialogue-driven, as 44-inch chest was, but different vibes. So
watch it. And the opposite side of the Rotten Tomato coin, as it is 96%.
Yes, so you know that we're going to pick it apart, make fun of it in the first half of the show, and then we'll tell you how much we liked it or not. But watch 44-inch chest, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching.